It's pretty cold. It gets pretty cold down in the south.
But
here comes the rain, a bit of misty rain just coming in. She's clunked that into the left leg.
And you can see the bottom of George's shorts there, how they're flapping around. The wind is quite cold and quite strong.
It also makes it difficult, as most people know, when you're in your stance. If you're not still, it's harder to hit straight. So the wind creates that that sort of uncertainty because your body. It's very difficult to get your body still. So that's a lovely stun shot by Judy. Sent yellow to the boundary and left her ball directly in front. So that's a really good stop shot or stun shot, whichever you like to call it.
Yeah, control of the hoop. So Australia's managed to
they've actually turned this over pretty well. So I think George might have to have a go at blue. Although he's just coming in, sorry.
Yeah, so this will probably, I don't think blue's a runner, so this will probably make blue turn around on red. Or yellow going so close to blue, maybe we'll just take the easy stun shot now. So
he's at the hoop.
No, he's nice at the hoop.
So I thought it must have been.
I think we'll get sacked again, Terry.
Yeah, that's right.
So we're meant to know our players, aren't we?
I guess we predicted that George would shoot at him, and when he didn't, we thought it was not a runner, but it probably wasn't. Pete's. It's been rejected. Probably a bit too much angle. Still, Australia are looking in a pretty solid position on this hoop, unless Dallas can clear that black ball, because the black will have the option of either clearing yellow or running the hoop. So I think Dallas has either got to get a block, but even if she gets a block, then black will clear yellow, or she clears the black.
Yeah, it would have been an important one for Pete to get there to tie the score up, 3-all, because it is, just updating the scoreboard, it is 3-2 to New Zealand at the moment.
So Dallas has taken the blue ball out, so I think black may have been wired by the yellow. Now black has a choice, either run the hoop or move the yellow. And I guess it depends on level of confidence which one of those two you do.
Well, it is an easy stun shot from where it is.
Yeah.
And Dallas has cleared herself to the side boundary, so I'm comfortable either way, whether they take on the hoop to level the score or...
The angle that Judy's coming in at suggests that she's going to clear the yellow. Yep.
Because, yeah, Dallas has taken herself out to the side, so Australia should be able to get really strong position and win this hoop.
Yeah, they still control the hoop, don't they, as long as this stop shot works, which it did. So they still got the control.
So yellow and red on either side boundary. Black controlling the hoop and blue close enough to get in nice tight position on its next turn.
Yep. So George will just come back in.
Yeah, he's gone a little bit sharpish, which just gets him a little bit further away from the black. So Judy can't stun it. Okay.
Yep. So as Chris said, he's just created enough distance that she can't again do the stun shot.
Or a stun shot to remain in front of the hoop as a scorer. So Pete's
he's drifted across a little to the left.
Yeah, I think the wind caught it. You can see but George holding onto his hood. It is getting quite breezy down there. You can usually tell how bad the wind is when Pete's got his hood up or down.
Well, I lent him a beanie yesterday, so I think he might have lost it.
So yeah, I think that's that wind is catching a few players. It is pushing the ball, left of screen.
I think that's blocking black from the hoop, though. So I think Judy will probably clear the yellow and leave it for Pete to run the hoop.
Hopefully the double G's get here soon,
so we can
warm up.
It's getting very cold up here. It's freezing, and we've got rain coming in as well.
We're about 3 metres back from the balcony, and it's spraying on the top of our head. So we've got sideways rain. Oh, Alison Sharp looks like she's coming up for a bit of commentary.
Coming up to do a commentary stint? No, she's shaking it off. That's what happens when you're a good player. You get to choose what you do and don't do. Is that right?
So Judy's cleared George to the boundary there,
So
which leaves Pete with the hoop shot.
So do you think George will have a go clearing Pete, or do you think he'll just come in?
I think he has to. I think so Pete's got eyes for the hoop.
Yeah, absolutely.
He played his hand, showed his hand earlier, so...
I don't think he'll hesitate going for that hoop.
And red's there as a runner, so if George collects blue,
he looks like he's lining up too.
Beautiful scenes of the
he's
construction
having a go
site
at
next door.
And he's just missed it. So Pete's choice now is to run the hoop or to clear the red.
Pete's having a chat to manager Anne Quinn, giving her a job to do. Something's happening. So
that's that beanie she's got in her hand. She's brought his beanie out.
Because Captain Felix was out talking to the players, so Anne obviously feels she needs to be out there with his presence as well. So
even it up the numbers.
That's right. So, they're bringing out some wipes for the wipes for the handles, because it is getting slippery. So George is trying to dry off his handle now because there was a bit of sideways rain there. So I think they're all coming out with
the chucks wipes, the old chucks super wipes.
Trying to work out if we're allowed to say names, but we're not the ABC here, are we? So we can do the brand names. It's Super Soaker.
Super Soaker, yeah. Right, so Pete's made his decision now, and once his decision's made, he'll just walk up. He doesn't mess around. He'll take position. He's going to clear the red.
He's lining up for the red, so I find that surprising, considering he went for the hoop before, but they're just keeping control of the front here, and
I think they just want to make absolute certain of this hoop.
Yeah.
They don't want to allow the two-hooped gap to develop.
Yeah, that's right, and they're basically denying any shot on goal. So, which, as we know, one good Croquet can dispel that strategy, though. So hopefully Judy comes in tight and allows for the win this time to get ourselves a really good hoop running position. So Dallas is just trying to work out whether she can wire from anything, but she can't really. It's either
black and blue or well out in the open there.
Yeah, so she's lining up to come deep and wide.
She wants to really stay left and deep.
Yeah, left of the screen there. So.
She's certainly left. She's gone for the defensive positioning.
Yeah, quite sure. So she might have caught a bit of the wire through the hoop, blue on red. Pete's just checking that.
So Dallas has taken that position so that if blue now hits into a hoop running position, the red's going to be able to clear that. Although
so
it's a black really,
play, so
that red will clear, sorry.
Yeah, so Pete's asking black to come in, so he's either confident he can get the block red on black, or he does have something of red, so he can do the kill shot into the corner too.
So that's a little bit short. I think they'd like that a little closer, but it's still very runnable hoop for Judy.
Yeah. Wait a couple of minutes, the wind will push it over.
Yeah.
And George just plays in with black being a little bit short. They're happy to play, and he was trying to get wide behind black there as well.
So Pete's either going to move the red or the yellow, one or the other, I'd expect.
So moving red does give black the hoop shot. But moving yellow denies the shot on goal for a bit longer. Looks like Pete might be trying to remain wide, but could be dangerous if red takes out black and leaves yellow with the hoop.
Yeah, the issue is that if you allow them to allow the red and yellow to get position on the hoop running side, any slight miss-hit will turn over the ascendancy. So you'll lose control of hoop. So I think they should be, in their minds, they should have a plan which of the two balls is the runner, which I would expect at this point is black, and The blue's just got to defend the black.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought yellow's positioning would have changed Pete's original plan that much, but
it shouldn't have.
They are debating now that yellow's got in there, so George has probably done
He's
a good job there.
He's disrupted their thought patterns. So
he's given him a choice now, so which is sometimes all you need to.
So Pete's just coming into position.
So what we sometimes call a bait ball. So she either takes the closer ball, which is Pete, so red on blue, leaving black with the hoop, or red goes on black. That's going to leave George with a jump or a clearance. So yeah, New Zealand have a choice, so they're deliberating now because it's do I hit blue or do I hit black? Do I hit blue or do I hit black?
And it's a pivotal point, so that's why they take their time. It's a really pivotal point for New Zealand. It's the opportunity to get two hoops in front, which is can be much easier to defend that two-hoop lead than always just the one. And for Australia, they really want to catch up. They don't want to be sitting behind for too much, for too long in the game.
So they've just removed the closer ball, so they're banking on Judy not being able to run this smoothly, or perhaps stunning yellow away again, which they've done the last couple of times. So maybe they're thinking black's not going to go for the hoop anyway, but Judy's lining up for the hoop. So just that yellow ball's a little bit tricky there on the stalk that she wanted to have. So this is a good statement hoop. So Australia should be going for hoops and running hoops.
It's rejected, but fortunate for Australia, it's rejected dead straight, which means that George is still blocked. So he'll go for a bit of a jump here, I think. No, maybe just slice it out. Oh yes, he's going for the jump.
Yeah, red's pretty much out of position. I think this is a...
No, I don't think he had any choice, really. That is a great shot, wasn't it? Okay. We can't tell from here whether that went through.
Went to the right of the hoop, I'm pretty certain.
Yeah,
so
missed right.
He's
he's kicking it down the bottom. I think he missed right.
Yeah, he missed to the right of the hoop.
Sorry for that. You probably saw it better on the screen than me watching it live.
Something from the camera just fell off. That's right.
There I was in replay, just hitting that right leg.
Yeah, but it was the shot to take, I think.
Oh,
so
absolutely.
If you put more scoreboard pressure on, you're 3-2 up. You want to try and accelerate away. It's
again, it's as we said before. It's about momentum. You build a bit of a lead, and you start to develop a little bit of momentum, and it's very hard for the opponents to reel you back in.
Yeah.
So Pete will just approach close here and keep a wire on yellow, and then if Dallas clears Judy, he'll still have a shot next turn round.
Yeah, so New Zealand are 2-1 up in matches in the club room, so they've got the lead. This game they're in front. Yeah, they can really sort of push it and try and
play with a level of freedom.
Yeah. It's but the flip side is if Australia do come back on this game and suddenly it's 2-2 in the clubhouse, and we were all first 4 games down.
Yes.
Maybe the momentum switches back and gives Australia a bit of confidence going into the gender doubles, but it has been very even all the way along.
But, the observation is that all the players are very balanced. I don't think anyone's going to get mentally psyched away anything that's going on. So really, you just got to play to win.
Yeah. It's a critical game for Australia in this final test. I mean, you really want to be 2-2, not 3-1 down.
Absolutely.
That's the problem.
Absolutely. Yeah. All the pressure's on Australia at the moment. So Dallas now just lined up to clear that black, and a bit of luck for her. Maybe her ball will sort of spin off and stop in front of the hoop. No, kicked off the other way.
Yeah, so Pete's shot didn't quite get the wire yellow on blue, so he did catch the wind and that little bit of right to left movement that we've seen at that hoop for the last few positional shots. So it is still open, yellow on blue, so Pete's just asking Judy to come back and not worry about trying to block the shot because he's quite close to the hoop, so any block shot's not going to be a runner, so he just asks her to come back as a runner,
Because Dallas has still got a 8-yarder to...
Yeah, that's right. And Judy has
knocked
just
him into
bunched
the
him.
wire.
Yeah, you can see by George's reaction. He's got the laugh on. It's sort of...
Yeah, George was sitting there preparing to hit that blue, and he's probably got his mind all set for the strike, and now he's wired. So he's got to play the black into the blue if he can.
So great shot by Judy there. That's fantastic.
Oh, he hit the black, but he didn't get it to come across. So.
Yeah, no, that's...
but still, that's helpful. Judy's got a pretty tough shot to the next hoop now.
Bit of luck there. That was good. That's
yeah.
Good play by Judy. Nice line. Good execution.
The way George hit that yellow and into the black, I don't think he would have missed the blue either, had it not been bumped across.
Yeah, that's right. He
Good
didn't
shot,
didn't have much there. So it's all tied up. So 3-all and one game all.
Yeah, very close.
It's,
so this game will probably turn on a one shot here or there over the next few hoops. Either a missed important shot or hoop missed, or a very good shot made. It will probably turn the game because they're so evenly matched. So it makes it very important for the sort of bread and butter shots to be played well.
So Dallas has got nice position there in front.
Yep. So Peter asked you to go deep.
Yeah, there's not much we can really do here. We just need to get a scoring ball in play.
Yeah, just make sure it doesn't come up short. From
a long way down, and Pete's just going to have to hit Dallas's ball, hit the blue on red.
That's a good shot by Judy. That's drifting across nicely.
It's just dropped a little bit short.
No, it has dropped short.
Yeah, dropped short. But at least she hasn't blocked a partner. So. Oh, there's George.
Pete's going to hit the red.
They're looking quite tight there, so...
You might get a double clearance.
Yeah, the red hitting the yellow is quite possible, the line that they're on.
Yep.
And gets them both.
Double clearance, very good.
So that's a bit of luck there. So George's ball, unfortunately, just catching the wind and that. Down. He's having a bit of a laugh about it, though. Sort of, he knows it's what happens sometimes.
So I think Dallas will go deep now because Judy's ball.
Might be a bit enticing for black on red, or whether black just goes in wide from yellow and allows Pete to take out red. That's what Pete's asking for.
Because I think the wire would actually also block the red. So if Judy can get the black ball in a position wide from yellow, it'll probably also be a block on red.
Red on the hoop.
Yeah.
So it's very small landing area.
Yeah, and with the wind in her back. So that's a good shot.
Yeah, no, that's a great shot. So, well, we'll see whether he's got a little bit of a snicko on the left or not. He's lining up for a hard shot, so I think he has got a little bit of the black.
I think he thought he was going to clear it through the hoop, but
and
it
went straight through and straight past. So
just kicked off the leg.
Right, so Pete here with... he's having a bit of a discussion, so he's not too sure whether Dallas is going to go for the jump or not over that distance, so he's sort of working out.
I haven't seen Dallas jump, so
should I come in, or should I come in and let her have the jump, or should I just take her out? And
he's hitting straight, and sometimes you don't want to change what's been working, so you might be best just to take her out.
It's beautiful scenes of downtown Canley in the background.
That's right. There's a little bit of earthworks going on down there, and I know Robert Fletcher and Malcolm are, looking at that thinking, gee, it reminds me of work.
Yeah.
So a lot of deliberation here. I'm not too sure why. I think the shot is to take red out.
Yeah, I don't know whether red would have been going for the jump, because I mean it looks quite close on the screen here, but it's probably 4 yards, probably halfway to the boundary. But Pete takes it just to make no issue there. It does leave Dallas with a 8-yarder, but it's one she has to hit. So it's a pressure shot. Yep. Any miss on this shot is a score for Australia and the lead. So it just puts the pressure on. think Pete would have liked to have got it a bit straighter though.
Yeah, I think so. I think he would have liked to have pushed it right across to the other side, but you take what you get. You made the hit, that's the most important thing. Put some distance on it. There's still a little danger in this too, that if she hits it straight, she may take the black one through. Oh, great shot. She's hit that well.
She's got it, and black's just bounced into the hoop, allowing it to stay there. So
yeah, as I said, it was a dangerous shot because they were sort of lined up to the hoop, so she could have easily taken black through. So
she's raised the shot on goal, but Judy will just pop it in the jaws here and give George a nice bounce jump from the boundary. Which we saw a beautiful one from Felix earlier. And a little bit long, so
Not
it does.
Sure about that. I think that's sitting on the leg now, is it?
No, it's popped back a little bit, but it does allow George to change his mind and just catch the edge of it to get her out the way now. But yeah, he wants the jump. He wants
He's going after it. Good on him. So we like to see the big jumps.
So he won't be able to fly it in one. He'll go for the bounce.
Oh, he got his bounce in the right spot, just
bounce.
not quite on line, just a little bit
touch to the right. So his last jump shot he missed to the right, and that one a lot closer, but also just slightly to the right on the jump shots for George this morning. So Pete will just come in and make position because Dallas is still there to clear black.
He'll just be making sure he doesn't get straight behind the hoop, so that he got no shot to the next hoop.
Hoop advantage, definitely with Australia now though. We've got two in front and George is all the way down in corner one. And Pete looks like he's managed to wire from George as well, so even if this is a hit from Dallas, we should be seeing blue run the hoop. Unless she collects them both on the way through.
And that would be a good shot. Oh, just hit the leg.
Yeah, so black is very close to the hoop there, so hitting the leg means she probably would have hit the ball if the hoop wasn't there.
Absolutely.
But
so she's on target.
Just
so the ball's just protected by the left leg, or our left side. So they decided now whether to just drop this in the middle of the hoop, which will allow Judy to run right down to the next hoop, or whether to run it. So they've chosen to go into the hoop.
Yeah. Well, Pete's there. There's not much. I mean,
he can knock it through. So they've given George one long shot at the
George
ball.
Isn't really going to be able to get black onto blue.
Yeah, and blue can run it if he hits it.
So he's had a crack at it anyway, and got the outside of the leg.
He got it, moved it out.
Moved it out slightly, which is, but it's still directly in front by the looks of it. So Judy's going to have an easy up and down shot next.
Pete's considering rush peeling it, I think, but I think it's a dangerous shot.
They might decide to do a bit of jaws play again later, so especially if Dallas comes through and misses. But no, Pete's lining up for the knock through, so they obviously want to get down there and put this score on the board, get the lead. It's a couple of points in a row for Australia.
So he's put it back
in the jaws. So
I think it was pretty much on the leg. So
well, it opens up a shot for Dallas now with no safety ball for Australia in a hoop running position. So if Dallas gets this hit, we get to start the rotation all over again.
Yeah, that's it.
And then,
so this is an important shot.
Yeah, so
and again, as we said before, it's just one good Roki here or there makes all the difference, and this could be it. She knocks this black to the boundary, that really opens it up. No, she missed it. Unfortunately, she missed it.
Lightness to the right.
So that means that Judy will be able to run, I think, all the way to the other end.
Yeah, she's mostly through. There's no no leg or wire
so
on that.
not
So
even calling for any umps to watch this, so it must be well through.
and you can look at her entry angle there. She's come straight onto the hoop. She hasn't come in on any line at all.
Oh, no deviation, so that's a good shot
So
into a dangerous position.
4-3 Australia. So a couple of hoops in a row.
She'd probably like that a little bit further back and straighter, but it's a good position to be in with your first ball to the next hoop.
We're happy to take the runs.
Yep,
bank the point, move on.
Yellow might be a little deep there.
Well, I don't think Jude will be too concerned about black on yellow. No. So if Pete can hold a nice spot.
A good spot.
It's running short as well. It does look. Oh,
it's blocked black from yellow, I think.
Should be all right, but he's not in a very good running spot. He's come way too shallow. So Delta's on a much better line. She's coming in. Just whether she can get the right pace. It looks pretty good. Little kiss off yellow.
Which may have pushed yellow.
Which has definitely
pushed it into
now
a
wide. So
position. So yellow will probably get a shot.
You can see George is smiling again. He's happy with that. So
the luck's fallen his way.
So yeah, blue was just wrong line then. So I don't think they're going to go for the jump on clearance on yellow. So they'll probably
come across and
try and stun red and
hope
drag
to
in front.
Yeah,
drag in front and block the hoop for yellow. But yeah, you can see the Kiwis are smiling now. They've got the rub of the luck again. So
yes,
only takes one good shot to make you feel better or get you back in the game.
It's a bit hard to tell the angle on the black, but I don't think it could even jaws that black.
No, black's
just way too
black's
wide
on the side, and although George has missed the last two jumps, he is jumping well. He's not going to miss anything.
He's missed by such a narrow margin. If the balls were closer, he probably would have got them. So Jude's going to take the red out, hope that the black stops in front of yellow, just travels on a little bit from the red and stop in front of yellow. It's not bad, but it stopped too soon. So yellow's got an open shot at the hoop.
She's probably a little bit mindful of hitting red too hard. Didn't want to promote it to the next hoop.
That's true too.
Too much. So maybe just a little bit more tilt on the mallet and get the roll happening on the black. But
so George has been rejected. He's hit that into the his right hand leg.
Yeah, so that's last couple that have gone a little bit to the right.
Right, so he's probably got a little bit too much bottom hand on his shot at the moment.
Pete likes his shot. It's quite angly.
And it's just rolled across the face.
Yeah, I think I'd be maybe protecting black a little bit more because. But sometimes you feel you have to go for stuff and get yourself back in the groove.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pete's a shooter and he likes running hoops, so maybe it's a shot he needed to get himself back online. It's also a great statement. 3 hoops in a row is,
absolutely.
Look out, push the momentum. But
that's a nice shot.
Yep,
Didn't try to overhit it, taking it out of the danger spot. Very nice Reiki.
Yep, so back into a dogfight here at hoop 8.
So a lot of this will depend on who can clear and stay. So from distance, that's a difficult shot, but whoever plays it best will be the person that probably takes out this hoop. So Chris has just gone to grab a drink. So Judy's just placed her ball nicely in front. It looks like George is lining up on the blue. He's going to come off blue across in front of the hoop. He's gone a little bit too far. His plan now would have been to clear Pete up to where he has and just come across in front of the hoop. But he's travelled too far now, which means that Dallas is going to have to hit the black. So Pete will just come back down into a hoop running position and apply pressure. So that's not a bad shot. So he's landed that one beautifully, probably 3 feet out, slight angle. Very nice approach. So George and Dallas in discussion at the moment. I think because George is well out of position, they might be thinking about coming in to put pressure on rather than just hitting, but I think the shot might be to hit the black, because black's definitely in a very solid hoop running position. It looks to me like she's lining up to hit black. She's backed off for a moment. She's not comfortable with something. Now she's going back. So I think New Zealand really now got into a position where they have to clear and until they get a ball to stop in front. So if they continually have these 7-yarders, it's very difficult to make a clearance and keep your ball in front of the hoop, because of the energy still carries the ball forward quite a distance. That's not a bad shot. She slid off the side of the ball and kept her ball in the play, close to the hoop by actually hitting the hoop. It's a good outcome. Very good. So when you're in that situation, you're really trying to, as I said, clear the opponent's ball, keeping one of your balls, keeping your ball as close as possible to the hoop, so you can either protect the hoop with shorter roquets or even get a shot on the hoop. And it's difficult to do when there's distance between the two balls. It's much easier to do stun shots when the balls are close. But Dallas got the benefit there of hitting the hoop. If she hadn't hit the hoop, her ball probably would have travelled down to the boundary, 7 yards away from the hoop, down behind. So that was a really good outcome. So that's a nice clearance. And as you can see, George's ball has gone, well past, so probably 8 or 9 yards away from the hoop, almost the same distance as Pete is. So if you're the first player there, as the Australians are at the moment, you keep coming back to the hoop, you have the advantage, because every clearance, your opponent is also taken away from the hoop. So Dallas may try and just drop this in front of the hoop. She's on the hoop running side, so she's probably going to try and jaws this, I think. So it's important if she gets it in jaws. I'm not sure. Oh no, she hasn't got it in. She's actually rested it on the leg, which means the Australians can clear it quite easily. So I'm being joined now by Fleur Croquet. Hi Fleur, how you going?
Hi Terry.
How's things?
Good, just got called up here by Chris.
Did you? She give us some special comments.
That's
Best
it.
commentator.
See what we can do.
Yeah.
So what's the current situation?
So we've actually got Australia 4-3 in front.
Yep.
New Zealand now have got one ball on the leg. They've played well to get back in there, because the Australians had the first ball down, because Judy played down out of a jawed position. So New Zealand have had to try and defend the hoop, and they've managed to get that red ball in front of the hoop. It sort of takes some level of ascendancy away from the Australians, which is really well thought out.
Where's yellow at the moment?
George's ball is down in front of George here.
Oh, I see.
Just behind hoop 5 on the boundary.
Right, so
Judy will probably try and clear red here, and then leave Pete with a shot at the hoop. George will have to try and clear blue then. So Jude needs to hit this on the just on the side, so then it clears it across to the other side of the court, and it's popped it straight out. So now if George can hit blue, New Zealand will get a shot at the hoop.
Not a great hoop shot for red though, so he probably wants to stick around if he can.
Yeah.
What would you be doing, Terry?
You got to shoot at blue, because blue's. If blue doesn't shoot at the hoop, he can just stun the red. So George coming in means that blue will have to shoot at the hoop now, I think.
They didn't get the wire,
so he doesn't have to shoot at the hoop, because black can always hit the yellow now, and blue can stun the red and get even closer or straighter to the hoop. know I'm the wrong person to ask to for because my answer's always the same one.
I was going to ask you what you do with the ball with red when it was on the leg of the hoop, like lining up for those 2 jump shots. Okay, so there.
Yeah, he's thinking about just trying to get his ball straighter and move the red.
Yeah.
But he's shown a tendency to take the hoop when it's open, so he still may take it.
He's thinking about it.
Yeah, he's the only thing is he's already had one angled shot at this hoop and was rejected, so he just may feel that the hoop is a little tight or something and be put off by the fact he's had that first rejection, whereas you know, if you hit them straight they go through, so
Well, red's not. Yep, here he goes.
yeah, he's going to have a go at it.
Gentle shot.
Tried to draw it really. So red will now have an open shot at the hoop with less angle than Pete had. So, and Dallas has been very straight shooting.
Okay.
So,
they're talking about it, so.
yeah, I don't think she'll shoot. You don't talk for this long if you're going to shoot, do you?
Yep, you know.
How are the conditions today, Fleur? Is it difficult out there with the wind?
No, it's not too bad. I mean, you get caught by the occasional gust that's not expected, but it's just a bit chilly, to be honest. Nothing like what we had the other day.
Yeah. And the rain didn't really play any part. That misty rain didn't really upset anything.
No, I don't think so. It's when the rain is coming down and the wind coming across, then you've got some difficult conditions to play in.
Yeah, the other day were extremely difficult. Even the people, I noticed the people who generally cast weren't even casting because they couldn't get the casts online. So she's rolled a pass, so that's
oh dear.
That's not great. I think actually what she's tried to do there is block the blacks. So she's trying to block black from yellow.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah, so Judy had a clean shot on yellow, and I think George is thinking that he's going to run the hoop, so he wanted red to block.
So is blue slightly in front?
No, I think blue's beside the hoop.
Okay.
Just to the side, because Pete sort of was rejected.
So what would you do here, Terry, if you're black?
If I was black, firstly I make an assessment on whether I think yellow can run or not. If I think yellow can run, then I clear it. If I think it can't run, then I take an offensive position. Or I might even progress blue, because I think you can progress blue and still put both blue and black in scoring positions.
Yes.
So you can manufacture 2 scoring balls against none, basically.
And potentially get the wire on both, to be honest.
Yeah.
But it looks like Judy's shooting at yellow.
The other thing is it's hard for us to tell where blue is. Pete might think that he can sort of get it into a handy position away from hidden from red.
It does look a little bit on the hoop running side.
Yeah.
And obviously very easy to wire from red.
Yes. It's a nice shot, very nice shot. Got the right angles too, taking the black more to the centre and cutting yellow further and further to the left.
It's a very good shot.
So created better angles for black and worse angle for yellow.
Sticking around in these situations is always a good play.
Exactly. Yeah, anytime you can even convince the opponent that you've got a shot on the hoop is important, because they immediately feel like they've got to defend that ball. So I think George felt like he had to defend that blue and shot at it. So Pete's looking for the wire, and he also needs to have it off centre, because you don't want red to be able to run the hoop and then hit you as it comes through.
That's
so
right.
You've got to have enough distance and enough angle that red can't clear you through the hoop, and that's what they're talking about now. So Pete's just looking to see whether red could get the bounce off the leg and hit the ball there.
be safe if, considering that red is shooting sort of towards the right leg. That stick on that side.
Yep. So it's more likely to, as Fleur was just alluding to, the red is more likely to flick left from where it's sitting now because it's on the left side to start. It'll more likely hit the right-hand leg and then flick left. So a difficult shot to try and make it come off the left leg and go right.
So if they're playing through the hoop, this is pretty risky.
Yes, it is. So she should get it through the hoop. So.
Do you think red can see, can go to 9 from there? I think it looks pretty far back.
Yeah, it looks like it's stuck on the leg actually. I think black will be the score ball now. I'd be careful where I put black because George could hit the blue into black. But black's going to get another shot before red can get anywhere near it, so that's a good position, I think. It's got enough space. It's not likely to be cannoned into.
Shot,
well, having said that, I put the kiss of death on it.
And that was a very good shot from George.
Yeah, it was. It's an outstanding shot. Outstanding.
Red is still on the wrong side of the hoop, though.
That's the thing that's to Australia's advantage. But as we've been saying all day, it's only that one outstanding shot that can turn a hoop completely over, and that may be it.
Yes, it's got a good hoop running position. Shot.
That's it.
All right.
This will be interesting. Need a referee who knows the rules here. Oops, the ref doesn't want to come out. Thinks it's a too ticklish a spot for not at all.
Well, it looks like they're probably...
So, Fleur, I'm going to leave you. Thanks, Sharon. I'm going to hand over to Malcolm Fletcher now to have a little bit of a chat to you. So, welcome, Malcolm.
Thanks, Terry. How you going, Fleur?
Good, how are you?
Yeah, good. Good to be here. Good day in Melbourne. Sun's shining as always.
A little bit dreary is what the weather forecast had for us today, and it's definitely delivered. So here we've got blue has just shot at the hoop, and red appears to be behind it. We don't know whether they're touching or not, but that would definitely make a big difference to this next shot. So what are the possible things that could go wrong here, Malcolm?
Well, seeing as I'm the one that's ranked 400 and something in the world, you're probably the better one to tell us.